All right, guys. It's February 4th. Um, just wanting to kind of flex the muscle of the podcasting, do a nice little solo podcast. Don't have a guest, but got to keep going, got to keep pushing. I've been trying to put out some content. I put out the couple top 10 videos. The Towns Van Zant one did really well. I was happy about that, and it got a lot of views compared to some of my other videos, so that was cool. But really the podcast is what I'm very, very passionate about and want to take it serious, so definitely need to clock an episode. It's been a minute. And that's the thing, like, my progress with YouTube, it feels pretty good. I just need to keep putting out content, it's the name of the game, but it is time consuming with work and fitness and everything else. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's pretty much just an excuse. And, you got to put more content out there. And there's definitely hours in the day that I'm wasting and that I could be, producing more content. At least at my job, producing content has become a lot easier because of, certain advancements with Chat GPT. I've been using a lot and being able to churn out a lot of content for more of a marketing sense. But of course, I'm not going to do that, with the personal brand, because what's the point? But when the name of the game is, pushing content every day, 5 unique pieces, Chat GPT can be very, very helpful. And I've found that it's given me an edge with that at work, so that's been exciting. And I've been kind of thinking about the advancements, and of course this is kind of the one that's caught mainstream attention, and I think within the next year we'll probably see some pretty insane things. And my opinion on it is I'm going to use it as much as I can and to the best of my ability, because I think people who learn how to master these kind of tools early are going to be rewarded, and that's definitely something that I'm trying to focus in on a little more and use to my advantage. Another thing that I kind of wanted to talk about is getting back into the markets. I got completely out when FTX blew up. I was in all stables at that point, but I just got scared. I had been on FTX when the whole thing was going down and people were thinking it was going to get hacked, and I was just scared and sold everything, got it into my bank account. So I've got a little money. I'm wondering, whether or not what to do, basically, and how to allocate my funds. I'm still very much interested in crypto, but there's some other things that I'm interested in now as well. One of them being real estate. I don't know a lot about it, but I have a lot of friends that are very knowledgeable, and some of those investments seem, definitely appealing. And then, of course, I think, I hate to say it, guys, as much of a degenerate I am, I think DCAing into the S&P is a pretty good call at certain points. And I think right now might be one of those points. But the thing for me is I just really don't know. Are we going to go down further? And that's kind of the problem I always have, is instead of just having a level head about it, I just I'm back and forth too much, and I was punished for it in the markets, and definitely underperformed in a period where I could have made a lot of money, which was honestly pretty painful. Coming out of that COVID boom without making all too much was disheartening, to say the least. And I took it all as a learning experience, and I did learn a lot. And I think, I don't know if we go down more, maybe we will. I just want to be prepared, and I want to make the right investments. I learned the hard way when crypto was going up so much that trading is not my forte. So whatever I do in crypto, it's going to be long-term holds. Probably allocate. I don't know the exact allocations yet, but probably a big portion to ETH, and then some other smaller projects that I feel confident about, and at least think they'll be around for the long term. Tokenomics have to be right, of course, and of course there's a lot of due diligence that has to be done before those investments are made, but I think there's some projects out there that will do well. I just have to look a little deeper into them and see what's going on. And like I said, I'm kind of the opinion we might be going down further. So, and if we go down further, then that makes everything more enticing. So some S&P, some crypto, some real estate, I think could be, good time to make some investments in those things. And that comes back to the content, whether it be, my personal channel or at work. I got to make money, obviously, if I want to invest any sort of meaningful amount. So I just got to be churning out that content constantly, and I've been doing better than I have in the past, but I'm still not to where I want to be. I want to have it more automated, more organized, and kind of dial in the kind of content that I produce. Now, it's interesting because, of course you have organic on socials, but at work there's, print and all sorts of things. And I think honing in those skills will be really important, and becoming a valuable person, and content, making good content is definitely going to be part of that for me. And the personal channel, it's been fun. I like making videos. I had a concept for one today that was just going to be a funny thing between friends, but I couldn't really hammer it out how it was going to work logistically. And I wanted, the concept is funny, and I couldn't really figure out how to make it actually humorous in the moment. So, I'm going to table that for now, and that's fine. That's another thing that I'm realizing is you can have ideas that aren't great ideas, but maybe it's best to just put everything out at the point I'm at, which is probably true. But another thing I've been struggling with is ideas for shorts. Of course, shorts are very, very important, and they're fairly easy to make for work, but for my personal content, I really just don't know what to do. I'm also kind of, like I was like, okay, I'll make one of going to this one of my favorite restaurants, and like video me walking in, video the food, and that's it. And then I'll voice it over and be like, oh, this was so good, whatever. But in those moments, I kind of enjoy not being on my phone and having the experience in the restaurant and not videoing. I don't know. Is that a anxiety thing, or should I just take something that I enjoy and not, taint it with content creation of it? I think there's a time and place for both, honestly. Yesterday probably was a time to make it short, and that's something I need to dial in, because the short form content right now, that is going crazy. And it's really easy to repurpose on a bunch of different platforms, and I need to dial that in. That's going to be crucial for me in the coming months, and just churning, guys, just absolutely churning. I was recently thinking about doing monk mode, and really just trying to dial in as much as I can, and dial my lifestyle to achieve my goals. I just achieved a fitness goal of mine, which was to hit 225 on bench. So I got that, feeling good about that. And now it's time to cut down some, get my physique looking right. But aside from that, the monk mode, I want to achieve, some goals that I have career-wise and content-wise. And so I think that would be really, really helpful for me to just lock in and if you don't know what monk mode is, there's plenty of videos about it. It's just basically like locking in and creating an environment around yourself where pretty much you can't fail. And doing that for at least a small extended period of time, like a month, 2 months, 3 months, something like that. And it makes it a lot easier to achieve your short-term goals and brings you along further in your long-term goals as well. So I've kind of done that in times in my life, but not structured, and I want to do it with the proper intentions and rules set up and parameters and everything like that. So that's something I'm going to have to pencil, write down and figure out. And that's, I think it'll be important. And I'm just so excited for the next few months. I really want to see what I can do. And, the more focus I put in, the more I'm going to get out. And that just reigns true. And there's so many opportunities right now in the markets, in the content creation space. I don't want to talk about it really right now in detail, but I recently kind of made a connection in my head of a contrarian idea, but I think it's right. And I think if I hit it hard in marketing, I think there's room to help people and also, make a lot of money and make a lot of sales. So we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully well, let me take a sip of this energy drink quick. But yeah, I'm trying to flex the muscle, trying to get the podcast up and running. It's one of my favorite forms of media. I listen to a lot of them, and I want to get to a good point with it. And I feel like these solo ones are good because it really helps you kind of articulate or pontificate. See, what's the right word? It really helps you practice being able to just continuously talk, right? Because it's hard. You can see in this video, I'm struggling to kind of keep the conversation rolling, even though it's with myself. And I think that's a good way to just practice that. And so I'll continue to do that. Get some more guests on soon, and I need to start doing more cold DMs, but that's something that I'm unfamiliar with, and I just have such a small following that honestly, who wants to, it's kind of like a charity to come on. The only benefit that I really can offer is just the conversation itself. I can't offer exposure because my following is so small. So I've been doing, people I know, and it's kind of like a favor. But I need to just, I guess, get out there more and have a more compelling, reason why people want to get on the pod. And that'll come. I think, I just started kind of doing this, and I think consistency is key. We saw that, I forget the statistic exactly, but basically it was saying that, most podcasts don't go over 100 episodes. They die before 100 episodes. So I think I'm going to need to make 100 episodes before I really can get shit dialed. And even then, it won't be completely dialed, but I'll be a lot better off than I am now and kind of develop that gift of the gab, hopefully. I don't know. Yeah. I just paid taxes that was an absolute pain. I don't know, man. Yeah, the taxes of it is just, it's frustrating, but that was fine. What else? Yeah, talked about my fitness goals, and that's been going good. It's been helping my mental health a lot, working out. And now I think I'm going to switch to, change up the diet a little bit, clean out bread, no more bread. Still going to drink good raw milk, eggs, chicken, ground beef. And I'm going to try to cut some. I'm going to try to maintain my strength as much as I can. And so that's good. I want to be getting more into pull-ups and body weight movements, and I've been working on my flexibility as well. But could definitely dial in the diet, definitely dial in the workout regimen. But those things have been going good, so I'm happy about that. Taking a couple trips. I'm gonna go to LA. Then I'm gonna go to Denver. Then I'm gonna go to Chicago. So I'm stoked for that. Sipping my energy drink quick. And that's what I've been realizing about life, man, is having these little things to look forward to are important. And kind of going monk mode in between them. Like, you can go monk mode for a month, go see your boy, have a good time, and then go back into monk mode. And that way, you're productive when you're productive, and then you get to, let loose and have fun every once in a while. And I think that's kind of the way my mind works. I can't really have a continuous balance, if that makes sense. Like, on the day to day, either I'm, letting loose and partying, or I'm working. Like, the balance of it for me is not so much a thing. So I think the monk mode strategy is a pretty good one to, you go all in on working for an extended period of time, and then you reward yourself with a trip, or with, you go out with your friends and have a good time. And I think that's kind of what I'll start implementing, hopefully. And so that should also, bring me forward in my goals. And I need to get everything just squared away, guys. I mean, I don't even have a fucking dresser in my apartment. It's like, how the fuck do I not have a dresser? I mean, just it's little things like that where it's just like, just get that squared away. Get it squared away. Your life's going to be a lot better. And I just want everything dialed. Getting things dialed is a real big goal of mine for 2023. At work, I want to automate a lot more things. And, that's how you scale. You automate. And the more you can automate, and the more you can free up your own time, the more you can just do. And, just the more results you're going to have. And so that's something I'm going to have to learn about. I mean, I wonder if there's I'm sure there's good books on that. If anyone's listening to this, man, I mean, I don't know if you are, but if anyone's listening to this, drop some good books on that if you know them. But yeah, it's just a little cozy podcast. It's raining outside. I'm chilling. Just clean my room, clean my bathroom, got everything squared away. Pretty solid day. Drank some cold brew. Now I'm having an energy drink. Gonna do excuse me. I'm gonna do some crypto research later. It's been a while, and I have some projects that I really have liked for a while. Of course, outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, some alts, and I just want to do some proper research on them. It's been a while. Like I said, I was in cash, so I want to see where they're at. I want to dial in my allocation for, S&P, crypto, real estate, and kind of see what that looks like. So a lot of exciting things to come, guys. I know I'm kind of cutting it short with this right now, but I'm just flexing the muscle and kind of that's where I'm at. This is an update. So thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Peace.